Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, on this episode of Bullet Points, we are going to discuss something that we talked about months ago on this channel, all about how the NRA is not the centerpiece and the power of the gun rights movement. It's you. Everything that we've covered, the mainstream media is like 6 months behind, but check this out from the LA Times. Are they actually getting that the NRA is just the figurehead? It is not actually the power. The power comes from the people. They're starting to get it. Check this out. This is a great article for you guys to share out. This video is a great one to share out because this shows they're afraid of you and the power that you and I have, because we're going to pass the blessings of the Second Amendment along to the next generation. Every day, each one of us fighting for it in one way or the other. Let's get into it. It's linked in the description box below, and I want to hear from you guys. But check this out. This is from LA Times. This is an op-ed from LA Times. Disbanding the NRA won't be a magic bullet for gun control. Yeah, no kidding. Again, we talked about this about 7 to 8 months ago. The power is in you. On August 6th of 2020, following numerous scandals at the National Rifle Association, New York Attorney General Letitia James filed a lawsuit seeking to shut down the group. And we covered that. They're going after it. They're reincorporating in Texas. That's not the point. The point is the power is with the individuals that it mobilizes, and we're all mobilized in a common centered focus. Our gun rights and expanding those gun rights and passing them along to the next generation for their fight. But listen, they don't get it, but they're starting to. These public reports have led to a revolt among some NRA members and protests from a number of the organization's own directors. Even before the lawsuit was filed, the NRA was having problems, with fundraising revenue plummeting 21% from 2016 to 2019, according to internal documents obtained by Bloomberg. And that's true. That's called the Trump slump. We all experienced that, but they didn't say that. Anyway, check this out. So what would happen if James succeeds and the NRA disappears? First of all, it's not disappearing. It's just moving to Texas. But what hypothetically if it did? And again, this goes back to the power center. Where's it coming from? The left only sees people in groups, demographics that they can make into something and turn that demographic in a common direction. We see things as pretty much individualism going in the same direction, aligned. We are very individualistic, and our self-reliance runs strong within the kind of the right side of the spectrum. The left is all about groups, collectivism, which is why socialism is so attractive to some of them. But what happens if the NRA, the figurehead, the demographic, the social grouping disappears? In the left's mind, the threat goes away. Incorrect, because we are driven from the bottom up, not the top down. Some make the mistake of thinking the NRA derives its power from money, or exists largely as the voice of firearms manufacturers. But the group's real political sway comes by way of its millions of members, whom it effectively mobilizes against gun control legislation. Absolutely true. They're starting to get it. Might be too late for them, though. Even without the NRA leading the anti-regulation battle, the gun rights faction can propel itself as a political movement. 100%, that's what this channel is. That's what Guns and Gadgets is. All of these channels, we are the tip of this spear. You guys are driving something every single day on these channels. They don't even understand this is a political movement. This is something that's going to reclaim rights. This is not something that's just a political action committee through the NRA. They don't fully understand, but you and I do. There is still little to no hope of passing federal gun control legislation, despite Democratic control of Congress and the White House. That's the whole point. It's what we've been saying for 8 months on this channel. Corruption and financial mismanagement have threatened the NRA's stability, and in fact, its very existence. But the whole situation could be turned around with new management and a different organizational structure. Again, well, same in Texas. After all, the NRA's core strength, the ideological fervor of millions of members, isn't likely to be diminished no matter what happens in court. 1000%. I really don't ever agree with the LA Times. But on this one, this opinion article author nailed it. And that's what I want to reinforce. It is about us. It's not about the NRA. It's not about the politicians. It's about us who are driving the NRA and driving the politicians. They don't understand that the power of the people is much bigger than the power of the collective. There's a very important difference and a distinction, and that's why I wanted to cover this, because even they're starting to get it. That's what I've got for you guys on this bullet points. Let me know what you think, and I will see you tonight at 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden, signing out.